Welcome back to The Lazy Chef. Today we have the most requested and what I think the best thing that we cook in our household. It's called goulash. It's basically meat and elbow macaroni, a couple vegetables, and a little bit of spices. It's really easy to make, and it's even better the second day. I'll get into that in just a little bit. So the ingredients we're going to need for this are going to be 2 pounds of ground beef, 5 cups of water, about 30 ounces of diced tomatoes and tomato sauce, a green bell pepper. This one looks kind of rough. Bay leaves. You don't need the organic type. That's the only thing that they had in stock. 4 cloves of garlic, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, 2 large yellow onions, and soy sauce. You can either do 2 small cans or like we got at my store, we had the 1 big can, so I just got those for this recipe. The first thing you're going to do is chop the onions and the bell peppers up. And I sliced the 4 cloves of garlic up. You can bring them down to and really mince them up, but just dicing them up will do just fine. First, we take the 2 pounds of ground meat, brown it thoroughly. We use the 93.7 lean ground beef. Then I make a little tinfoil boat to put over the drain in the sink so the fat doesn't go down the sink. And then I use my strainer that I've put links on here before. I'll put them on again. This thing's great because you can stretch it out across the sink and it works really well. Drain the meat. Once you're done with that, put it in a pan on the stove with the green bell peppers and onions and garlic and saute them for about 3 minutes. You're not really looking to cook them. You just want to loosen them up just a little bit. Once you're done with that, put them in a pot and add all the other ingredients. First the tomato sauce, then the diced tomatoes, then the 5 cups of water. Then you're going to put the tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of black pepper, the Italian seasoning, and about 3 or 4 bay leaves into the mix. Then 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Don't use the low sodium, just use the regular for this recipe. 4 tablespoons. Mix up everything really well. So then I turn the stove onto high to bring it up to a slight boil. Once you've brought it up to a slight boil, put it back down to low. In my case, it was about a number 2. Cover it and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Stirring every 5 or 10 minutes. Once you have that done, pour in all your elbow macaroni. Stir it up well. And set your timer for 20 minutes. You're going to want to stir it about every 5 minutes or so to get the elbow macaroni incorporated into the water really well. Once you get to about the 10-minute point and stir it, you're going to leave the top off for the rest of the cooking time. So the top's only going to be on for 10 of the 20 minutes. Again, stirring it every 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. So now once it's done, remove your heat. Stir it again to get a good mix. You can take the bay leaves out if you want to. I don't. I just let the people find them. But also, this recipe is like a good gumbo. It's really good the first day, but if you put it in the refrigerator and then microwave it the next day, it's 10 times better the next day. And I think the bay leaves soaking in that mix really helps that. So now for the rating system. The ratings go between 1 chef for a lazy chef or 5 chefs for a full home chef. Prep time, it's about 2 chefs. About the hardest thing to do really is chopping up the onions, because I hate chopping onions, and browning the meat, neither of which are very hard. The number of ingredients, I'm going to give it a 3X, but none of these are really anything special, and you might have most of them in your cabinets already. Unique ingredients, I'm going to give a 1. This is all stuff you can get at any Walmart. Unique equipment, this is a 1X. You need a pan and a pot and maybe a spoon and a knife. That's about it. Couldn't get much easier. So the total chefs for this out of a possible 20 are 7. This is really easy to make, and I haven't found anybody that does not love this goulash. It took me about a year of tweaking this recipe to get it the way I wanted. So if you follow these directions exactly, I can just about guarantee that everybody's going to love it. If you have any comments or if you make it, let me know. Put them in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Appreciate a thumbs up. If you have anything that you'd like me to try, put it in the comments and I'll get in touch with you. I will have the total list of ingredients in the description. Thanks.